Greetings, beloveds. Welcome to Muse and Magic 1111. Thanks for stopping by my channel for yet another deep dive into your tarot journey. So, my name is Aisha. I am reading to you from Bay Area, California. I am your local spiritual advisor, muse, workshop facilitator, teacher, author, homeschool mom, and so much more. So, we're going to go ahead and kind of jump right into this reading, okay? I'm feeling like you guys are probably wanting to know what your person is doing right now, what your person is thinking of you, the significant other. So, either your significant other, your twin flame, or soulmate. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and, how do we want to get started, Spirit? You're going to give us the messages that we need to hear. Tell us what we need to hear. Show us what we need to see. And first of all, we want to know what's going on in our significant other's life. What themes are running in the background that we need to know of? Okay, so let's see. We have the rose here. So romance is in the air. Okay. Um, family wishes come true here somewhere with the well. Okay. Someone is dissatisfied with life here, though. Something is lacking in life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Yeah, December. So clearly this is obviously very current energies, okay? Um, and looks like all the, you know what, this really, okay. For some reason, I'm feeling the word reminisce, okay? Roses are evident here, you know, representation of love, a gift of love. Typically, you know, this is always what we see around Valentine's Day, right? People giving roses to say, hey, I love you, or I'm thinking about you, or as a gift. So I almost feel like something about an offer comes up here. But this is obviously a romantic connection, okay? Um, I feel like I'm reading for people who are probably not connected, like not in contact or not in communication or something right now. Um, yeah. So that's interesting because it says family wishes come true. And what I get from this could just be a change of what family looks like. Okay, a change of what family looks like. Now, this is December. Remember, December came up here. This is holiday season. So, again, this could be some reconciliations, you know, this could be some reuniting with family members or something like that. Now, for some of you, if there is like some type of a rekindling or reconnection, this could be a change in family, you know, family wishes come true, could be a change somewhere. Wells run deep, wells nourish, wells provide water, okay, typically, and again, they run deep. Water represents emotions. So I feel like there could be some romantic emotions running pretty deep right here. And this could lead to, God, I don't know what I want to say, family expansion. So if you're connected right now, if you're in communication of possibly linking up with someone from the past or someone who you've been in separation from. You just may want to be mindful around this time because for whatever reason, I think of well, I think of swell, I think of a lot of emotions running deep. And again, these are romantic emotions. This is love. This is romance is in the air. Okay. When these two things come together, romance and emotions, yeah, it could totally be family wishes coming true because there could be an addition to the family, okay? I'm just giving you what Spirit is giving me. So, yeah, because someone is dissatisfied with life right now. I feel like this could be all of it because it's right next to someone just feeling like their life is lacking in love and money and goals. Like it's a dried up barrel, you know what I mean? Like it's just giving me these vibes like, for example, sometimes when I always say this, like holding on to things that no longer serve us cost us in the end. Okay. You think about people who hoard, they get all these things, buy all these things because one day I might use it, one day I might need it, one day, right? But they keep holding on to stuff, and before you know it, they've cornered themselves in a little space in this house or their living space because all the things have taken up the rest of the actual living space. There's nowhere to really move because holding on to things is costing you your peace, it's costing you comfort, right? Your comfortability is costing you your personal space, right? I want to say costing you your sovereignty, your freedom. You're almost building a prison for yourself in your own home because you don't want to let anything go. So you got shit stacked up to the ceiling. I mean, from the rooter to the tutor. And that is what hoarding is. Not to mention that whatever it is that we possess possesses us. You can't possess something. That's really what the Bible talks about when it says, false idols. We purchase things, shiny new things. We come into relationships with people and we feel like we own those people. We possess those people. You can no longer go out and have fun. You can no longer go and have friends of the opposite sex. You can no longer go out and be yourself. You have to be a wife. You have to be a good husband. You have to be a good mother, a good father. All these things you can no longer be. A wild woman who runs with wolves. You can no longer be a man who goes out and hangs with his comrades or his friends, for advice or just to excel. And so where do we get it? We start building these prisons inside of our relationships, inside of our homes. You know what I mean? Where we're building ourselves into a small space where we have to become small and controlled, and we can't just be free who we were when we met each other. This is just a message for somebody or some people, okay? So that comes up, and this barrel just reminds me because there's weeds growing, and it's busted up, the cracks are there, and it's like, it's holding on. It's still a barrel, but it's not whole. It's not complete. It's no longer comfortable. It's no longer, come on now, I'm taking you out of church right now, And speaking of that, it's almost like, my family member, of whose name I will not speak, goes to this church. They've been going there for, wow, like 30 years. The church has moved different places. The church has never really changed. I guess it's kind of changed ownership, but never really changed leadership. And to this very day, I mean, I could be overly exaggerating, but not by much. Just say there's like 10, 15, 20 members in this church, the same 20 that's been there for the last 30 days. People have come, people have gone. But to me, that's always an indicator, a measure of where the message is, right? Building upon things that are dead, building imprisoning ourselves by not by holding on. We hold on sometimes to relationships, people, places, things that no longer serve us way past their expiration date because of this sense of loyalty or this sense of possession and ownership. But what you possess possesses you. Okay? That car that you identify with, that home, I don't care if it's a mansion home, a career, or whatever, if you possess it, it's really possessing you. That's why your identity is linked to it so tough. My car. It's almost like no differentiation between your car, your home, whatever. And granted, our things are an extension of us. The way you keep your car, the way you keep your home, the way you keep your business, the way you keep your whatever. These are all extensions of you. So if you show me your home right now, you show me the inside of your car, I could pretty much tell you who you are. I could tell you where you are in life or how your mind works. You know what I'm saying? So I said that to say this barrel is pretty busted up. It's not content. It is not. Someone is really feeling like, yeah, exhausted, tired, busted up, broke down. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because on the surface, there's still a barrel. On the surface, they're still human. On the surface, they're still smiling. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Life is good. Yeah, all is good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everything's good. Right? But deep down inside, they are busted up because their inner spirit, soul, looks like that hoarder's house. Shit's packed up to the ceiling that they haven't let go of, haven't forgiven, just, I want to possess it all, own it just in case. One day I'm holding on just in case. Reminds me of the Ten of Wands in the tarot deck. You know, bag lady, you gonna hurt your bag, right? So carrying all these wands and sticks and things, refusing to let go, even though it has you hunched over, your back aching, you're hurting, but you will not put them down. You know? So what am I saying? Someone here is holding on to old people, old places, old things, the way things used to be, old memories, lack of forgiveness, old hurts and pains, and realizing that, yeah, when it all falls down, right? It wants to come down. It's busted up. Someone's exhausted here. I don't know. I had to take you out of church on that. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But this is what's going on in the month of December. But there seems to be some energy around this December here resonating off this card. Let's see what's going on for this month of December. What's going on? So there are some new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start on the horizon. Okay. But that comes, I feel like, with the letting go. You know, yeah. Someone's receiving good advice from a wise person. Okay. That's coming in here. And vacation is overdue. Again, and this literally is right beneath this card where someone is just not, you know, someone is just not they're just feeling lack, again, and this could be in money, love, and goals. There's some sense of lack, and so this vacation is really what is needed and desired right now. Some good advice from a wise person, and I do note wise person. That's why we have the owl here, because some of us have a tendency to have people around us giving us really bad advice. People tend to give advice from their very limited experience and their limited perspective. Okay. Not many people give the advice from a perspective of, hey, I've done some research on this. Hey, I've read many books on this. Hey, I'm kind of mastering this thing here. Or whatever, And At the end of the day, it just seems to be like you're just, I think it's you, or maybe your person rather, just worrying over nothing. You know, things feel heavy, things feel at an imbalance right now, but really what is needed is vacation time. Time to step away. I just see someone wanting to just step back, step away. I see water, I see sand, I see bare feet. I just see, like, and again with the water, it's emotion. Someone just it's like you almost, you're so much this barrel, so beat up and exhausted from lifing this year. Here we are in December, but I feel like it's indicative of where you are now, because this whole year has been pretty interesting, maybe pretty tough for some of you. That you're just in a space right now where your soul is crying out for you to just rest, for you to just unplug, for you to just get wisdom talk. The only thing you need to be listening to right now is wisdom talk. Okay, however that shows up for you, whether it's your readings, whether it's your audiobooks, things that are feeding your soul, you need to be fed and poured into. And sometimes this can be a bit karmic, because remember I talked about what you possess possesses you. Even if you're just possessing, the thoughts and memories, things that you just should have let go of a long time ago. Loyalties you should have let go of long time ago. Because sometimes we overstay our welcome, we overstay our turn in a relationship because of loyalty, because of optics, what it looks like, what others would think. And many of us have been getting bad advice, the wrong advice from people. You know what I'm saying? Some of you even have been getting advice from people that has been wise, but I just see someone doing this. Like your hands were over your ears. Don't tell me I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me I don't want to hear it because either it was the truth that you didn't want to hear, or don't tell me I don't want to hear it because you didn't want the rest of it to come out. You didn't want to finish for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Don't. I just don't want to know that. I don't want nobody to tell me nothing right now. Let me make my own mistakes. Let me do what I want to do. Right? That kind of energy. So, whew, boy, take it how it resonates. So let's just get into some of the dark confessions here. Messages from your person from afar. For those of you who are not in contact. Okay. So I feel unbalanced and uneasy. I don't know what to do to fix this. I have karmic debts that I need to be paid before I can come back. There's a big hole in my heart that I cannot fill on my own. I don't feel guilty for how I treated you. My ego is too big to care. So someone was operating from a sense of pride here. And I feel like, let's just see. I'm not sure I can meet your expectations. This pressure is too much for me. So someone felt really pressured to meet certain expectations with you. And because of that, it's almost like I don't really feel, I almost feel like this is past tense, but I don't feel guilty for how I treated you because my ego is too big. Really what that's about is like, this person doesn't recognize all the ways that they made you feel. I think they look at this situation like, yeah, someone walked away here. I walked away. They walked away. You walked away. Like I walked away because it was the best thing at the time. It was the best decision at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like not attaching themselves to the fact that they um, have created this space for themselves. They weren't listening to very wise counsel, I feel. And that's just what Spirit is giving me. And then that they were really leading themselves to this barrel energy of just not feeling fulfilled, feeling like life is not, like it's almost like disconnecting from you. Their life has just kind of been on a topsy-turvy kind of a energy, just this, like a barrel floating in the ocean and it's getting beat up by the waves and all the things, but it doesn't even know that it's getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? It's like just floating along on the water, right? So that's what I feel like this energy is about. Like I'm not even, paying attention to how I don't feel no kind of way about how I left the situation and treated you, because it was coming from a place of pride and ego at the time, right? Uh, I have things going on in my life that require my full attention. So this person tends to busy themselves. Everything else is more important. That's why it's this barrel. That's why life ain't feeling like, what I'm saying? Life is life. And that's why, there's a lack, right, in love, money, and goals here because they tend to keep pushing. Why do I want to keep wanting to do this? Like keep, later, later. I'll get to it later. I'll think about it later. I'll feel something later, right? That's what I'm getting. I'm finally seeing my worth, yet I still feel unworthy of your love. See what I'm saying? It's like later, I'll get to it later because they're still battling with their own sense of self-worth. Again, feeling like they cannot measure up or they don't measure up. Wow, that is so deep. My focus is on life. I can't be bothered to worry about you. So that's what I'm saying. It's like this back and forth energy. They know that they miss you. They know that they probably should have treated the situation differently, had have handled it differently, treated you differently. But there's still this ego that steps in the way. This bad advice, triggered ego, or validated ego, I should say, of how they don't have to really feel anything or feel guilty about the way they've left the situation or treated you. Because I was just doing the best thing I needed to do. And life is going on right now. So this is the right thing. It's like this battle. But then in the wee hours of the night, I see someone, even if they're not physically crying, and I feel like someone has physically cried also, but it's almost like their heart is weeping. Their soul is weeping. So they know this is just still wearing this mask, this I can't, everything's fine. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, life is good, right? But knowing that it's not you beat up, busted up barrel, okay? Tattered, torn up home with too many things, imprisoned soul. You know what I mean? Like, that's such an interesting thing. Let's see if there's any changes underway here we can look forward to. Whew. I almost want to say, even though it's like what we possess possesses us, because some people are so tied up into the things that they have defining them that they literally, feel like that's one and the same. Oh, I am all that I have and all these things, But I almost want to say that it also what we avoid, what we try to run away from, what we try to avoid possesses us. It literally, as they say, takes up space, real estate in our minds. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm getting. What changes are underway? Yeah, someone's changing their mind. So I feel like your person is changing their mind. It's just taking a while. But I do feel like something is really pivotal this month of December. So while this is the energy right now, or has been the residing energy, I do feel like literally before the end of this month, there's going to be some type of a on light bulb moment. You know what I'm saying? Um, Changing your mind. So someone's changing the mind, but in a way, for some of you, this is you. Like you're just over it. You're not a hoarder. So it's like you totally get that if something's not serving me, if something's not, I don't want anything that doesn't want me. I don't want to possess anything. I want things to come freely to me. I don't need to do. Listen, and you watching this, I know you know this. You don't want to do love magic and love spells to call someone in because you know that you don't have to. You watching this, you already have options. People that are adoring you, admiring you, who are trying to court you, if not already courting you. You know, you're just someone who has so much love and so much light in you that you still look after those who are no longer in your personal space. Like you still check for people, family members, friends. You still check for people just to see if they're all right because you still do it out of love and light and concern. You know, even people that you don't fuck with, you still kind of check into the energy. You may not go and cross watch some type of a, tarot reading or anything. You're not gonna go and stalk their social media, but you check in energetically, or maybe you actually send that text message, hey, just checking on you. You good? Because you're a person who operates from your heart space anyway. You're doing this out of love. The fact that you're even watching this, concerned about what this other person is doing or thinking or feeling or how they're, managing right now what's going on in their life is because it's out of concern, out of love, and out of light. I don't even feel like you're trying to possess this person. You know what? I didn't even see this popped out. So this is a finger warning someone of a problem either now or in the future. So I feel like it's almost like it's pointing to your person. They're so concerned with what others are going to say, people pointing the finger at them, even if it's you. All they're going to do is be upset and angry if I come back and apologize, if I come back and, you know, and express how I really feel, if I come back and even, like everybody's always pointing the finger at me. I feel like that's the energy they have. Everybody, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad girl. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, so, but yeah, so, you know, there is someone who's kind of like just very stagnant, stuttering over taking the first step, taking the necessary steps, the next step now. But I don't feel like this is your energy, watcher. I do feel like I just described this energy. You just in a volunteer energy. You voluntarily check on people, even when they're not checking for you. You know. Um, yeah. And someone is having epiphanies about this relationship. It's been a long time coming, but someone's having realizations. Okay. Um, it's just been a slow moving energy because, yeah, it's been slow moving because I feel like their life is moving. It's like a motion picture. It's just one thing after another, just things going on. And they're just very slow moving. This person has goals and dreams they haven't really birthed or brought through physically because they really haven't mastered the art of manifestation. They kind of go in and out of feeling unworthy. They really feel on a subconscious level unworthy of a lot of things, including you and your love. Um, Including you and your lifestyle, what they believe is your lifestyle and the lifestyle that you deserve. Um, yeah. So there could be some type of move here coming up. Okay. Um, there's body changes coming up. I just feel like, you've been doing the work. At one point you were seeking, looking, checking for this person, but I feel like you're out of that energy. It's kind of like you've just been really minding your own business. That's what comes up to me, especially with this changing your mind. Like, you're like, good. I'm only um I'm only seeking what's seeking me. You know what I mean? That's just where you are. You're working on body changes. I think a lot of people have been dealing with health issues. And when I say health, it doesn't have to mean that there's some chronic ailment or anything or chronic illness, but it could just be, um, age related, like, things are changing, your body's changing, just wanting to make sure that you stay, because I think you still look fairly young and youthful, but just noticing that your body is like, hey, I know I look young and youthful, but I mean, I got to start doing some stuff to kind of maintain my physical body young and youthfully. You know what I'm saying? It's telling you, hey, we got to, this injury or this thing, whatever's going on, hey, I got to start really paying more attention to my physical body so that that can keep up with, you know, the part of me that does look and feel young. Because I think mentally, soulfully, you just feel really youthful and look really youthful. Okay. Um, but yeah, I think you're over these sentimental feelings at this time. I think you're just kind of like, I literally just heard back to life, back to life, back to life, back to reality. Okay. So, yeah, and for someone, a new career. So you're focusing on career, you're focusing on the new energies coming in for you and how life is going to look for you moving forward. I feel like there's going to be a change in finances. There's going to be a change in like opportunities, like some really beautiful things, energies coming up for you. Transitions, finances, yeah. So finances, I said that before the card even came out. In healthcare, you have been manifesting like your whole support system of taking care of you, of self-care. Okay, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's getting your regular facials, getting your hair done, um, um, yeah, because gracefully aging. Now, this, I don't always read these cards in reverse, but this is in reverse. And really what that just, tells me is, like I said, you are gracefully aging. You look very youthful, but your body may be telling you physically otherwise, like, hey, okay, you ain't been working out and it's only so many years we can go without this workout. If you're 40, 50, up. You know what I'm saying? It's time, even 30, because there's a lot of 30 year olds right now experience some real harsh realities when it comes to the physical changes of the body. There's 30-year-olds that look like dads, moms with the dad, bod right now. You know what I'm saying? But and with diabetes and blood pressure issues. So it doesn't really matter about the age. But gracefully aging means that you are getting out here recognizing. And again, this is in reverse. So this is about you recognizing that, hey, while I may still look young, so I'm gracefully aging in that way, but my body is saying, hey, heifer, hey, my guy, you know what I mean? I need to get out here and figure out how to have my body catch up with my youthful looking face or my youthful feeling soul. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that means that there are some healthcare changes that have to take place, whether it's your diet, or whether it's your regime of workout and self-care. Um, but yeah, I feel like, someone here is really just getting into taking care of themselves, whether it's your regular massagers, going to see that chiropractor, going to see that acupuncturist, going to see, did I say massage therapist? Going to yoga, whatever it is that, makes you feel like, hey, I'm getting back into taking care of myself. Okay. And bottom of the deck is family changes. Remember that family card came up earlier, from another deck. Yeah. Family, family wishes come true. So family dynamics changing. This could be additions to the family. I told y'all, if y'all reconnecting, be mindful. If you don't want more babies, or you might want to take care. Um, if one or the other of you may have a child, a young child or young children still, so coming together may mean blended families, right? Or something to the tune of that. So again, it's still family changes. Let's just look into the love messages from your person, then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. um what are we going to use? hmm Guide me, spirit. Okay, we're going to use the message of love oracle deck. See what messages your person has directly for you. Hmm. Spirit just literally gave me Stevie Wonder's You Will Know. Okay, so there's a message in that for someone. You will know. Um, I have to look those lyrics up while I'm doing this because I feel like that's really You Will Know. Stevie Wonder. Let's see. Lonely one of young, so broken-hearted, traveling down the rigid road of life, using pharmaceutical extractions to find the paradise. Finds the high but comes down feeling lower, gets down on their knees and starts to pray, looking up to heaven for the answer. They hear a voice that says, you will know. Troubled heart, you'll know. Problems have solutions. Trust and I will show. Oh, you will know. Troubled heart, you'll know. Every life has reason, for I made it so. Single parent trying to raise their children, but they would much rather not alone. Reaches out to find that special someone to make their house a home. Finds someone, but no one is the right one. Gets down on their knees and starts to pray, looking up to heaven for the answer. They hear a voice that says, you will know. Lonely heart, you'll know. Problems have solutions, trust and I will show. I'm going to stop there. But those are the lyrics. And so I'm sure that rings positive, that rings for someone, it resonates or whatever. And again, a lot of what has come up in these messages, a lot of the readings are people who are, God, if you just look at the world right now, I don't know where I go, even teenagers, like, everybody is vaping, smoking, weed, everybody is drinking, I mean, I know there's the exception, but I'm just saying a lot of people are escaping using substance, using um, whatever their vice is to escape their reality, to not have to think about it right now, not have to deal with it right now. And I think that's very, very relevant to this reading. If it's not you, maybe your person likes to smoke, likes to drink, likes to, it's almost like I see someone do on Groundhog's Day. Every day is the same day, just the next day. Same shit, different day. Come home from your routine, you go to your, Tuesday night discount movie night, you go to your whatever on Wednesdays, you go, you know what I'm saying? You go to your favorite bar every Friday, whatever it is, come home, you come home and watch, YouTube shorts for about 5 hours, or the game, the ball game, whatever it is, people's vices are, your reality TV shows, like they just come as the same thing, which is why a lot of it's still a way, even if you're not using literal substances, it's still a way to dumb down, dumb out, you know what I mean? Just not deal. Okay. I just had to say that for somebody for some reason. Okay. So your person's messages for you. Boy, this video is going to be all kind of flagged because any songs running in the background is going to be copyright thing. So I'm over it. But you guys know how I get down. I got to use, you know, music, songs. That's the way I feel like universe communicates to me often, and through movies. Um, you know, movies, billboards, random people, you know, that you meet and have conversations with, and they just say something that really just resonates, and you never see them again. You know what I'm saying? But just different ways, through numbers, through animals. When animals show up in your life, look up what they mean. That deer that you almost hit going up that windy road last week, you know. The wild turkey that you see on the way to work, you know, in the parking lot of wherever. What I'm saying is all these things are the universe's way, these signs and symbols of communicating with you. Look at what wild turkeys represent. Okay. Butterflies, insects, everything is speaking to us all of the time. Okay. Wow. All three of these popped out, so I'm going to take them. I should have expressed myself better. Someone was holding back and they wish they would have expressed themselves. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. Yeah, I felt that because every time that came up in this reading, just about someone trying to, I don't know, beyond, remember, like, I don't feel guilty about what I've done, or how I treated you. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you just, it's just that energy of I'm making up all these excuses in my head. I don't feel guilty. I didn't do anything wrong. You know, because you're really just afraid that it's too late to do anything about it. So if I make up these things in my mind about me being valid in my actions and how I handled the situation, I did nothing wrong, then you don't have to take accountability. You don't have to think about being afraid to correct the situation, to come forward and have to take accountability, to come forward and have to ask for forgiveness, to come forward and correct anything, change anything. Boxes in that old creaky house. Putting yourself in a little space because you're holding on to shit, not letting it go because you're not clearing it. You're not taking care of business. Daydreaming, but I'm always longing for you. And I think a part of you feels this. You feel your person meditating on you sometimes. Some of you, I think you've dreamt about them or felt that they've dreamt about you. It's just a weird connection. And I think some of you even wonder because you've almost felt like the longing has been a little deeper than that. You know, like you almost feel like, dang, are they like, I hate to say this, but like you almost question, like, are they masturbating to your photo, to your, like you just feel this really strange energy at different times of the day or night where you're like, oh, that was so weird. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, all I can say is no one can know, but you know, trust your instincts. Um, and again, if this is something that you're just trying to heal from and you want to just move on from and just cut the cord, then I do have a cord cutting ritual and ceremony listed. You can check out my shorts at Muse and Magic 1111 and go from there. Yeah, so I mean, I'm struggling to find the right path. Someone is really struggling to try and get back on the right path, to try and get back to you. You know, they do feel like, you know, your love is inseparable, despite the distance. Like that love is always going to be there. I feel like this person constantly, when they think of you, this is what they think of. You know, masculine or feminine. Like when they think of you, it's like it's all love. It's nothing negative you're going to get me to say about this person. That's what I feel like they think when you come up. There's nothing negative you can get me to say about him or her. Detachment. I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. I think that's the most truthful thing your person has said without saying, because you're getting into this reading, that they literally had to detach so they could clear their mind. And mainly that was really trying to clear their mind because their feelings for you surprised them. It scared them or surprised them or just, caught them off guard. Yeah, we are both hurting from this. Okay. There's so many differences right now, or feeling like there's so many differences right now, but I wish that I could right my wrongs. And unfinished business is the bottom of the deck. Okay. We still have things to resolve and discuss. This might even be kind of, for some reason, when I read that, it's like that vacation card pop back up again. So this could be something having to do with this vacation time. We're coming up on the holidays. There's going to be vacation time. People are going to be off from work. So maybe there'll be some type of a reach out. Um, Maybe there'll be some type of a reach out or some type of a connection or expression of wanting to connect or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I just feel that because these are sentimental times, emotional times. Holidays brings people together and makes people very sentimental, very, you know, they want to be cozy and they want to be around the people that they miss and love. Okay? So those are your messages. And again, until next time, just remember in all you're getting, get understanding. Remember that love brings change. Love is the highest vibration of all. Love heals all wounds. I promise it does. Even if it's not in others, at least in yourself. When you do the work on evolving and transforming yourself, as you do the work to heal yourself, your whole world around you heals. And one of two things happen. The people around you will heal, and eventually those relationships or, you know, people you maybe once um, chased after, like once checked in on or cared about, will come back. And whether it's through forgiveness or through just, whatever, people will either stick around or they won't. They'll vibrate and raise their vibration to meet your vibratory level, or they'll vibrate out of your life. And there's no right or wrong in any of it because it's all universe really just creating the path for you. It's like I see universe with the, what is that called? The sky or whatever, or a machete, just clearing the path for you because there's such wonderful things waiting for you in love, in life, in finances, in career, in opportunity. People adore you, they admire you. People are checking for you, you just don't know it. Someone very specific is checking for you, someone looking in on you because this is someone who's a potential new love, a potential suitor. So, just know that it's never too late, no matter your age. It's never too late to create a new dream. It's never too late to follow your dreams. It's never too late to um, decide to just take a new path and just see where love and life leads, right? Because there are no wrong answers. There's no wrong endings. You know what I mean? You're still going to get to your destined path. Okay. Um, just how the decisions we make can change the journey, can alter the journey, but the destiny is the destiny. Okay. So with that being said, I love you, and until next time, wholeness.